Yo brothers, what's up? It's the director. Now you guys probably already saw my other video on team MVPs, why I think they're coming. Again, there was a drop on the Good Morning Madden about a new promo coming out or a new special stream on Thursday night, and I think it's going to be these guys. Boom, team MVPs. If you guys want to know what team MVPs were, they were kind of a juiced boost to every theme team, which is awesome because I think every theme team needs to be represented in Madden Ultimate Team. That's why I play. I'm sure that's why a lot of other guys play. They want to play with the players from their team, especially legends and stuff like that. But with Team MVP, you're going to get a big boost. In my last video, I went over the offense, who I think was coming to the offensive side of the ball for Team MVPs. On this video, I'm going to go over the defensive side of the ball. Try and make this one a little bit quicker because I already kind of went over what's going to happen with this promo in the last video, so I would definitely check that out. And just make sure you know what to expect if this does come out. Also, keep an eye out for my NFL Combine video that should be coming out very soon. So the defensive side of the ball, some exciting stuff here. Again, all these players would get ×3 chem. I already went over all the offensive players. Let's go and I'm going to give it my best shot. I'm going to see if I can remember who had a good year this year. I haven't really prepared for this, so you guys know your teams better than I do. Definitely hit me up in the comment section below if you feel like there's a better option for your team. Here we go. The Bears. Starting with the Chicago Bears. It's really hard to think about anybody else other than Khalil Mack, but he already has a 95 overall. Remember, these overalls will probably be down one just because that's kind of the formula this year. It's kind of -1 overall from last year at this point of the season. So I'm going to go with a 96 overall Kyle Fuller or Eddie Jackson. Kyle Fuller or Eddie Jackson is my pick for the Bears. For the Bengals, I still like William Jackson. I think that would be a really cool card for you guys' defense because really, honestly, who else did you guys have? Is Carlos Dunlap still there? I'm really honestly not sure, guys. I'm sorry, Bengals fans. I just didn't pay much attention to your guys' defense. I'm going to say William Jackson again. You guys let me know if there's another guy in there that better deserves it. Next up, the defense for the Bills. Tre'Davious White already has a card. It'll probably be Poyer, right? Your strong safety. I think it'll be Poyer. That's going to be my guess. If not, I think not. No, he already has a 95. Edmonds, your guys' middle linebacker. He's really nice as well. Or Hughes, Jerry Hughes. I think he's your guys' defensive end. He can get an upgrade as well, but I'm going to go with Poyer. I think Poyer's the nod there. The Broncos. I do not like the Broncos. You guys know this, and if you don't like that, you can go hate on me on Twitter. The Broncos, I think Bradley Chubb is probably going to be in the move here. He had a really solid season. As far as cornerback goes, maybe Chris Harris Jr. I think he can get the nod as well, but I would say Vaughn, but he already has a nice card. Next up, defense on the Browns. I would love to see, honestly, like, I get what happened, and it sucks, and it wasn't right, and both players are at fault a little bit. But I would like to see Myles Garrett come back with this promo, because he was already kind of forgiven by the NFL. So I think EA should maybe, you know, turn the other cheek and give him another card after a long time. That would be my pick there. If not, Denzel Ward would be so good at a 96 overall. Probably 99 speed easily on everybody's teams. For the Bucks, this one's really easy for me. Shaq Barrett. Like, what a year for Shaq Barrett. And he doesn't have like a super high tier elite card right now as far as I know. So Shaq Barrett is going to be the pick for me on the Bucks. The Cardinals. This one's tough because I do think Patrick Peterson is going to get like a master card for the NFL Combine promo because he had a really good Combine and he's still stuck at what, like a 91 overall, which is criminal. So I'm going to choose Patrick Peterson just to be safe. Maybe like a Budda Baker too. He already has like a 93 as well. But that's kind of where I'm leaning for the cards. Next up, the Chargers. Melvin Ingram could certainly see this card again because he only has a 91 overall in the game right now. So I wouldn't be shocked to see that, but I also wouldn't be shocked to see Desmond King, who has like a 90 overall right now, I think. And Desmond King's definitely one of the better slot cornerbacks in the league right now. Other than that, I can't really think of a lot of other Chargers that had a really solid season. Maybe Drew Tranquill, our new rookie middle linebacker. He had a pretty solid season as well. So I'm going to go with Melvin Ingram or Desmond King. Desmond King's probably my pick just to be different from last year. The Kansas City Chiefs. We had this problem in the last video. The Kansas City Chiefs are so stacked. All these huge theme teams are so stacked on defense. I have no idea what positions to upgrade for you guys. You guys are like super solid all around on your team. So honestly, for these big teams, I don't know. Give me some suggestions in the comment section below because honestly, I don't know what needs upgrades and it would be a 96 overall. Let me know in the comment section. Next up, the Colts. Who do you guys need on defense? Oh, Leonard Williams, right? Or what's that his name? Leonard? Darius Leonard. Darius Leonard, I think, needs the upgrade. He's a really, really good player on your guys' defense. Pierre Desir could definitely get the card again, but I'm gonna go with Leonard Williams, or Leonard, dude, Darius Leonard. Darius Leonard, that's the pick. Next up, we got the Cowboys. I still like Jalen Smith this year. I think Jalen Smith had a solid season. I think I'm going to go with him again because he's a really nice card in Madden Ultimate Team, and I think people really appreciate that. But DeMarcus Lawrence also needs an upgrade, and my God, is that guy a beast. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with DeMarcus Lawrence, dude. That's such a good card. I love Jalen Smith as well, but DeMarcus Lawrence, my God, he's a beast. Next up, defense on the Dolphins. Who the heck am I supposed to choose, guys? I know you guys had like a linebacker. I don't remember his name that kind of shined at the end of the season, but I also think that poor Xavier Howard getting stuck on this team while everyone else got trade baited. I didn't like that. I felt really bad for him. I'm going to go with Xavier Howard again, but there is a linebacker whose name I'm forgetting that might deserve it as well. Next up for the Eagles, you guys got Malcolm Jenkins last year. This year you're getting Fletcher Cox. Pretty positive you guys are getting Fletcher Cox. He was really nasty. I don't know if he had the best year this year, but he's definitely one of the better defensive tackles on the team, and he needs an upgrade. So I'm going to go with Fletcher Cox. Next up for the Falcons, I would like to see a new Deion Jones. DeMonte KZ, like, I still don't remember. I mean, does, what's his name? The other big hitting safety on your guys' team. Keanu Neal. Does he have an upgraded card at this point? I don't know. I think that would be a good candidate. For me, maybe a Vic Beasley would be kind of cool too. But for me, my favorite player on your guys' side of the ball is probably going to be Deion Jones. So I'm going to go with him. Next up for the Niners. Again, I don't know. I don't know what you guys need. You guys have everything. You guys are so abundant. I have absolutely no idea what you guys need. You're stacked at corner, you're stacked at safety, you're stacked at linebacker. I'm going to guess linebacker is probably what you need the most. Your guys' defensive line is absolutely disgusting too. So I'm going to go with a linebacker. Who that is, I don't know who needs an upgrade. I would say Kwan Alexander, but I think he just got an upgrade as well. Next up for the Giants. I seem to remember Jabril Peppers having a pretty decent season. He could use an upgrade, I think. And then Janoris Jenkins as well. I think Janoris Jenkins, who doesn't need more cornerbacks? That's my pick for the Giants. Next up, the Jags. Defense on the Jags, always my favorite player, I think, year in and year out, that's super underrated, is probably Yannick Ngakoue. Yannick Ngakoue, I think, is super underrated in the NFL as well as in the Game of Madden Ultimate Team. I'm going to give it to Yannick. Next up for the Jets. Who do the Jets even have? CJ Mosley, actually. That's right. They got traded. CJ Mosley is going to be my pick for the Jets on defense. Next up, we got the Lions. Super hard not to pick Darius Slay every single time a promo like this comes up, guys. I love Darius Slay. He needs an upgrade. Might be on the move this offseason. You never know. I'm going to go with Darius Slay again. I think he's your best defensive player. Eric Flowers, too, I think had a pretty solid season. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with Darius Slay. I like Darius Slay. Next up, for the Packers, Blake Martinez definitely had another good season. But honestly, at this point of the year, Adrian Amos, right? It's got to go to Amos. I think Amos would be pretty nice. People like Amos. He's very fast. He'd be a good user. I think Packers theme teams and Bears theme teams would appreciate that. Let's go with Adrian Amos for the Pack. Next up, we've got the Jaguars. Jaguars, I love Bradbury. Is that his name? James Bradbury, that cornerback. Again, I think he's super underrated. I think he's going to be my pick for your guys' defense. He was really nasty. Next up, Trey Flowers. Oh yeah, that's right. He was the Patriots last year, and now he's on the Lions. Because I definitely feel like your guys' cornerbacks is like the biggest strength of your guys' team. But I think Jamie Collins, right? Jamie Collins had a good season as well. I'm going to go with Jamie Collins, 96 overall for the Patriots. Next up, the Raiders. This one was actually kind of difficult for me because there's a couple of good defensive players for you guys. But I think the one that really stood out to me was, what's his name? Max Crosby, I think his name is. The new rookie defensive end for the Raiders. We all thought that Clelin Ferrell was going to have the best year, but it turned out to be this Crosby kid. And I think he definitely deserves a nod in the game as a team MVP. He racked up so many sacks in his rookie season. It's ridiculous. Crosby's going to be the pick for me on the Raiders. Next up, the Rams. I want to say Eric Weddle because, my God, it's going to be really sad if we end this season, the year that he retired, without an upgrade to Eric Weddle. Even if he's not rocking the Rams chemistries or the Chargers chemistries, I would still want to rock him on my team just because I'm a huge Eric Weddle fan. But as far as defense is concerned, Aaron Donald already has a great card. It's tough. It's really tough. I think in the end, I'm going to go with Michael Brockers or Eric Weddle. That's going to be my pick for the Rams. You guys, again, let me know in the comment section if you have a better suggestion because I don't know your team as well as you do. Next up, the Ravens. Again, Ravens, you have such a good theme team. I don't know what you guys need. Maybe a linebacker? So in that case, probably like a Matthew Judon. It's also really tough to think about a promo where Earl Thomas needs an upgrade and not giving Earl Thomas an upgrade. So I'm gonna say Earl Thomas, but I could also see it being like a Matthew Judon or something like that. Next up for the Washington Redskins, we're getting really close here, dudes. Washington Redskins on defense. There's a few guys I could go with here. I know they probably all need upgrades. I liked that Fabian Moreau guy. He was really fast. He had a pretty solid season. I could see like a Daron Payne maybe getting the upgrade as well. It'll probably be somebody like Ryan Kerrigan, though. I'm not gonna be honest. I think Ryan Kerrigan could see the option right there. So I don't know. You guys let me know. I think I'm gonna go with Fabian Moreau. I think I like that guy quite a bit. Next up for the Saints. Who did the Saints need on defense? We already got the new Marshawn Lattimore, so maybe we go with like, who's your guys' first pick last year? Marcus Davenport. Maybe a Marcus Davenport would be kind of cool, or like a Von Bell or something like that. You guys let me know in the comment section again. I'm gonna go with Marcus Davenport. I think that'd be kind of cool. Next up for the Seattle Seahawks. I think it'd be kind of crazy if they did this and they didn't give it to Jadeveon Clowney. He's kind of like a pack seller, if you ask me. I'm gonna go with Jadeveon Clowney here. The Steelers, it's gotta be TJ Watt. I know he got it last year, but it's gotta be TJ Watt. I was shocked that he didn't get some sort of like team of the year love or something like that. The kid had an absolutely crazy season. And at the same time, I felt like he was maybe snubbed as far as like contention for defensive player of the year, or even something like that. I don't know. It just feels like he's not getting enough recognition for the kind of play he's putting on the field. So I'm going to go with TJ Watt, and I hope he gets an upgrade really soon because I feel like he's one of the guys that deserves it the most that doesn't have it yet. Next up for the Houston Texans, your guys' defense was pretty good. JJ Watt already has a 95 overall, if I remember right. One of my favorite cards on your team that probably still needs an upgrade that's still really good is Justin Reed. I think Justin Reed would be pretty nasty too. And then DJ Reader too, your defensive tackle. I remember him being pretty nasty as well. So those are going to be my picks for the Houston Texans. Next up, the Tennessee Titans. On the defensive side of the ball, Jarrell Casey. I think it should probably still be Jarrell Casey, right? He's still like one of the best in the league right now. He's definitely very nasty. If not like Logan, is that his name? Logan Ryan, I think is his name. Cornerback. I think he's on your guys' team. You definitely get the nod too. But I'm gonna go with Jarrell Casey again too. He's like probably the best right end as far as like 3-4 schemes are concerned. So I think people would end up liking his card again this year. Defense for the Minnesota Vikings. It's hard not to say Harrison Smith, but he already has a 95 overall. That's right. I want to say Linval Joseph, but who is that other safety that you guys really liked last season? He got a Team of the Week card. Anthony Harris. Anthony Harris, I think, would be a cool card too. I think you guys would definitely appreciate him, and I think he was actually a pretty fast free safety as well. So let's go with Anthony Harris for the Minnesota Vikings. And that's pretty much all I got for this video, guys. Again, if you want more details on how this promo is going to work, just remember that they used scouts as currency last year. You would pull players from the store using scouts and then use those for different sets. Now, the cards that actually went into these sets were these right here. These were the team builders. This kind of came in unison with the team MVP promo as well. And so it was really nice for theme teams because not only did you get the team MVPs, but you got a couple of really good, like, you know, mid 90s and then, you know, high 80s along the way too, which is pretty good. So I would suspect it would be something along the same lines. If we got team builders at the same time too, that would be pretty rad. But just to kind of know what to expect with this promo, that's kind of how it worked last season. So who do you guys think is coming to the game? Who's going to be repping your team? Let me know in the comments section below. If you guys think I'm a pretty cool guy, if you want to help support the channel and the creator, hit us up with a like and sub, man. Would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much again for joining me. This has been the Director, and as always, stay frosty.
Last chance, 4th and long, finding the will to bolt up. Bundle up, cause you know we stay frosty. I take my frosty, chocolate, vanilla, or swirl. Mutt Master YouTuber, come on, let's give it a whirl. Mutt Madden Twitch streamer, put the snowman to shame. Staying frosty's the only way we stay alive in this game. They're reffing the match, directors directing the game. Scared of my underdog team, you know them gods will be slain. Stay frosty.